All right, good morning, Idea Metropolis College Prep. This is Mr. Caro with your morning announcements. It's a wonderful Wednesday, October the 28th, and today is a B Day. Please join me for today's pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now please remain standing for a moment of silence. All right, thank you. Moving on to the birthdays. Only one birthday today was for Ziggy Ramos Cruz in 6th grade. Ziggy, we hope you have a great day filled with love, positivity, joy, and learning, and all the great things. We hope you have a great day, Ziggy. All right, so while Mr. Rubio is out focusing on being the best partner and parent he can be, Mr. Clark will be here on campus supporting our staff and students in the interim. So if you see Mr. Clark, say hello. All right, so for this day in history, on October 28th, 1964, U.S. officials deny bombing North Vietnam. Now, it was suspected that the United States had started a bombing campaign over North Vietnam. At the time, it was a communist nation. Now there is no South or North Vietnam. It is just Vietnam, and it is a communist state. That being said, on this day, the U.S. government denied this bombing campaign. Although this bombing campaign was real and it did start, it was one of many lies told by the U.S. government throughout this war. But the one that most of us that are familiar with the Vietnam War are familiar with is known as the Gulf of Tonkin incident. And for those of us that are in 11th grade with Ms. Jones, I know right now we're in the early 1800s, but eventually you're going to get to the Vietnam War in the 1960s, and it was part of a broader event known as the Cold War. And there you're going to learn about an incident known as the Gulf of Tonkin incident. And much like this day in history, that incident, the Gulf of Tonkin incident, is mired in confusion. It's questionable as to whether it even happened, yet many historians point to that event as being the main reason why the U.S. Got more involved with the Vietnam conflict. On the right-hand side here, you can see civil rights leader Julian Bond. He wrote a comic book in the 1960s to teach what actually happened with the Vietnam War and how the U.S. became involved in that. So with that, we remember this day in history where U.S. officials deny bombing North Vietnam, and we move on. All right, so updated high school schedule there. Take a look at our brain break. That's the one thing that's changed. Pause it when you take a closer look. Pumpkin contest. Today is actually the last day to get those submissions in. Voting does take place the 29th and the 30th. All right. So we've got Halloween candy bags for sale, $2 each bag. Candy bags will be delivered on the 30th. Contact Mrs. Sarah Eads or Mrs. Mary Cervantes on Teams to purchase. Again, send them a Teams message if you're interested. All right, so applications for the 21-22 school year are now open. If you have a family member or friend that is interested in coming to Idea Metropolis, tell them to apply today, especially if they will be kinder students next year. They can visit ideapublicschools.org/apply. If your friend or family member applies, you'll be entered into a drawing for an Amazon Dot. Just text Mrs. Harris, Mrs. Emily Harris at 512-483-1684. Again, that's Mrs. Emily Harris at 512-483-1684 with your name and that of your friends or family member's name who's interested in coming over with us to Idea Metropolis. All right. So, Bulldogs Against Bullying Month. Again, we've got different forms of bullying listed there. Be empathetic. Think about how you would want to be treated or those that are closest to you. When given the choice to be kind, be kind. It pays off socially and professionally. It'll take you very far. Accept other people's differences. It's okay that we're not alike. It's okay that we don't believe the same thing. That's all right. That's what makes Idea. That's what makes Metropolis. That's what makes Austin and our country a very great place to be. And again, we just want to remind everybody that Metropolis is a safe place for all students, parents, and staff. And if you know someone is being bullied, tell an adult, speak up, advocate for yourselves. If you're not comfortable doing that, reach out to an adult nonetheless, and we'll be here to help you out. All right, attendance is important. You have to be here. You have to be here at least 90% of the time. You can't miss more than 18 days of school. Texas education code is right there. We don't want to deny anybody credit. Proper mask use. On top is good, bottom is not. Again, on the top is good, bottom is not. Questions. If you have any questions, please text us at the number right there during normal school hours. You can follow us on Facebook as well, and you can follow us on YouTube if you were to miss announcements and you wanted to share them with your family and friends. All right, everybody. Bulldogs are determined, optimistic, generous, and strong. Remember, y'all, if no one tells you this today, remember that we love you, we believe in you, and we always will. Have a great day, Bulldogs. Remember to advocate for yourselves. And yeah, now it's time for Move This World. Have a great day, everyone.